welcome to the Our Daily Magic podcast, where we talk about cultivating rituals in order to find the magic in our lives every day. And as Dell brought to my attention, every moment. There's so much that we get to explore here together, and I'm really excited for this episode. We get to dive deep into our episode called Angelic Light, and you'll find out why in just a moment. So welcome everyone. Beautiful. So welcome, Suzi. It's such a pleasure to have you here. We are
Hello,
going
everyone.
Hey!
Yeah.
We've got a lot to talk about, and we're going to get into it. But first, let me just bring in my special co-host. Dell, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Just was going through the pre-work.
Awesome. So what we're going to do is we are working diligently to get this podcast out there so everyone can join us, everyone can be with us. And if you are watching, I see there's a few of us on there. Please feel free to share this live stream. It's really, really awesome to see everyone sharing and just really getting to be present to the magic that we are. You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm ready for the introduction.
Oh.
So everyone, like Kai mentioned, we have a special guest today, and this guest is a special person in my heart. Known her for a couple of years, and she's just an amazing, intuitive, guided being who works with angels. Suzi is a psychic medium, clairvoyant, angel card reader, spiritual coach, advisor, angel healing therapist, angel intuitive, and natural channel. She helps people to remove unwanted spirits from their life. She's a teacher of angelic realms, and she's a radio host on International Angel Network, and also a best-selling author. And forgot to mention, she has an amazing group on Facebook called Angelic Light, in which just profound teachings. And by working with Suzi, it helped me to develop such an amazing, deeper connection with angels. And for everyone that is going to be present to this podcast episode, it will definitely help you out as well. And there's so much more to say about her, but I'm going to pass it over to Suzi to give herself the introduction as well. Suzi,
Oh my
the floor is
gosh.
yours.
I'm like so honored to be here, Dale. Thank you so much for inviting me. Like you say, we've known each other for a couple of years, and it's so lovely to see you on your path, you and your lovely partner, and you're striving. And for me, when I do my work, that's what I want to do. I want to I give people direction as a spiritual coach. I put them in the right way to move forward on the spiritual path, and it's such a pleasure to see you both, but you particularly on your path, Dale. So I'm glad you're rocking it. It's really exciting for me to see that. It really is. So, yeah, like I say, I'm just really pleased to be here. I want to just quickly say that I love the colours that are up right now for your show, because I really feel that you have a really strong connection actually with Metatron, because Metatron can come in with these colours. And I feel he's been helping you tremendously, Dale, and Archangel Michael. But I really feel Metatron's been present, and I feel that's a bit of the giveaway with the colours, and Zikal as well, Zadkal, it depends how you like to pronounce it. But I really feel you're actually working with the angels, and you're probably not realising that to the extent that you are, because when you're drawn to colours and you're drawn to do things, it's usually that's the giveaway with the archangels. So it's exciting. It's all a learning curve. We're all learning. We're all still learning while we're here. So that's enough from me. It's your show.
Yeah, but we're co-creating this show together, so it's going to definitely get back to you. And thank you so much for sharing that too. Myself, I've definitely been noticing more of a connection with angels and the signs from the angels happening all around, from just the flowers and just signs. And I wanted to take a step back just so people can really understand more about you on your end. How did you discover your magic with working with angels?
I mean, for me, I've always had gifts, you know, from a very small child. I was seeing spirit from tiny. And I always felt like I was being observed, which I didn't understand when you're 4 or 5, you know, when you're that young, you don't understand what that is. And because I was saying to my family, oh, there's what I would call like a male presence stood there or whatever, it would freak my family out. My family would be scared, you know. So it was difficult growing up not to discuss it with them. They didn't understand it. They thought it was something to be scared of. Then in turn, at that young age, I thought it was something to be scared of, but I just always felt observed. I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel they were going to hurt me, but I wasn't quite understanding, when you're talking that small, of what the beings were. You know, I knew that I could see them. They weren't solid like we were, but I wasn't in understanding at that point. No, fully understanding what they were. And it must have been when I was 13 and my father passed, and he came back to me. And that's when I really started to communicate with spirit. Actually, it was when my dad passed. I mean, I used to see them all the time, but usually they were angry with me for some reason or another. But that's a different story. And it was kind of at that point that, you know, I started to understand the angelic realms better. I started to use my senses more, and I was more in understanding of them. And I suppose I started working with my guardian angel Daniel, who is an archangel. I started working with him properly in my 20s, kind of 18 to 20. I had a near death, not a near death experience, sorry, but I had nearly had a car crash. And all of a sudden, I heard this voice and I saw pictures in my mind's eye how to avoid the crash. Because there was a car coming around a corner at high speed. I couldn't see that. I had no idea. But this voice, this very nurturing, pleasant voice, told me what to do. And they instructed me on what to do, and I didn't crash into this car. This car had a massive shock because he looked petrified, because obviously he's come around the corner, oh my God, there's a car there. But I'd already moved out of the way due to the beautiful voice I was hearing and telling me what to do. And also, obviously, the mini movie that they played out on instructing me where to go and what to do. And we didn't have a crash. So that was the real start of working with my guardian angel, Daniel. And it's been like that since about 18. Yeah, I would say. But they've always had influence in my life, that's for sure. But I fully can honestly say from that point forward of 18, I started working with them, and the connections just got stronger and stronger. And if you can see me scratching, doing this, it's because the feathers always get under my nose, and then the feathers stick in my hair, and I'm always scratching when they're around. So you would have seen me before I was being introduced going like this. It's because they're showing they're around me. So if you get that, guys, if you do get that yourselves, think it's the angels. And you get angel bumps as well. I get angel bumps. Well, me and Diane call angel bumps for validation for things as well. But that's their way of showing me they're around. I get extremely itchy nose and face. So I get it most mornings as well. And some mornings I get sung to, but that's quite rare. I get the angel choirs waking me up. So, but it's been a full-on joy with these beautiful divine beings of light. And it's just a joy every day. every day, because when you learn to release and surrender and you give your worries to the angels, you've got nothing to worry about. But what it is, it's our ego that wants to control everything in our lives. So you find us as humans, we're like, possibly couldn't just relax. We possibly couldn't just not worry about anything, because it's just this ego within us. We want to control our lives. Whereas once you release and surrender, you give that to the angels, you've got nothing to worry about, because they have your back and they work for you relentlessly. All you have to do is ask, guys. You've got to ask. If you don't ask, they have no free will. So that's a big thing for me to say as well. If you don't ask the angels, they cannot help you. They literally do just wait in the wings of your life, literally. So you have to ask, guys. And it's not a hard thing to do. You just ask. Simple. And if there's certain things going on in your life, there's certain experiences you're having, the archangels in particular, I mean, a lot of people talk about the main seven. There's millions of angels, millions of angels, millions of archangels. They talk about seven. That's not giving credit to the rest, believe me. But all archangels have different specialities, and once you understand what they are, or you could even, there's there's a book, like an encyclopedia of angels. You can see what angels can help you by what you need help with, and you just call upon an angel to what you need help with, and they will assist. Sometimes you don't see the assistance straight away, because they might be working in the background to bring that to you. Like, I feel Dale especially has had to wait for things to come to him, and he's had to wait for things to pan out for him. But what happens is, guys, is the angels know best. So they'll only bring things into your life when they feel and know you're ready for them. And also, it's in divine timing, but sometimes that's not quick enough for us. So I'm kind of back to the release and surrender again, because they know. Okay, they know when it's best to come into your life. They will only ever bring anything into your life that you can handle at the time. They never give you too much. And that works with what lessons you are doing, like you need to learn on this earth. And also, that works with what works with you, the best way to evolve, because you're here to evolve as a soul. We all are, even though we're here to help others, light work, us light workers. But you are here to evolve more yourself. That's part of the package as well. So they only ever give you what you can cope with at the time, for sure. But they never cease to amaze me. I mean, even silly things, I'll make you laugh, but even stupid things like, I'm going to the market. Yeah, I need to go shopping. It's busy because we're off lockdown again. And I'm just thinking, I'm saying to the angels, can you, get me a car parking space, please, just so I don't have to walk miles. And I swear to you, all the time it happens. I'll pull out, and either there's a space there, or a car's pulling out. And it's like, thank you. It's continual stuff. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. People can say, "Oh, it's coincidences." Nah, nothing is a coincidence with the angels. Believe me. It's they work relentlessly to know they're around us. The signs are phenomenal. You just need to know what the signs are and look out for them, because people say feathers, but they're endless. Honestly, the angelic signs are relentless. I mean, number sequences, another common one. You've got butterflies, robins, they are signs as well that spirit, family could be around you as well. But what people don't think about is, I saw a playing card lying on the road this last week. So I picked it up and I brought it home and found out what the meaning was. And the meaning was progress, like my life's changing. And it was like validation for the fact that, it is going probably there again, not as quick as I'd like it, but I'm making progress. And that's what they were, making me recognize, which I do. But there was the message in that I am making progress. So I just, have to trust in the divine timing and the guidance, and just keep trucking. And that's what I'm doing, But honestly, it is amazing what they do for me, and I am indebted to them and totally privileged because they're so non-egoed. I mean, you know, when you work with angels, guys, you don't even know their names a lot of the time. You know, they're so unegoed beings of light, and I kind of say to them, can you let me know what your name is? And they're not interested because they're just so non-egoed. They don't care. They've come here to do a job because God knew it wasn't going to be plain sailing for every single soul. He knew that, you know. We have other things to deal with on this earth plane, which is another story. But you know, he knew it wasn't going to be all plain sailing for us. So he sent his angels to help us, you know. And they just, yeah, they're always amazing me. I mean, there's so many stories. We haven't got enough time today, guys. Seriously, the amount of stories I could tell you. It's just phenomenal, of angel intervention in my life, you know, making sure I'm on the right path, giving me I mean, I work with Archangel Michael a lot. I work with Metron a lot, and vast others. But I mean, I call Archangel Michael Mr. Bossy because he bosses me around. So does Metatron. But it's, you know, they don't ever offend me. But I'm a Sagittarius. Sagittarius are worse for procrastination. You know, we're laid back people. We're very much like, I'll do it tomorrow. You can't say that to Archangel Michael, you know, you just can't. Metatron's very similar. You just can't, because they will push me until I do it. And then once I've done what he wanted me to do, or they wanted me to do, then they give me peace for a second, you know. That is honestly what it's like. And I do call Michael Mr. Bossy because he is Mr. Bossy to me, you know. But where would I be without him, you know? So I appreciate the input, and he can really be as bossy as he likes. I don't mind. I do, you know, it's a privilege. It's a total privilege. And, you know, I think doing what I do have people contact me and say, how do you know you're working with angels and not a lower force? And guys, I know I'm working with angels and not a lower force because never have they done anything but show me love. Never have they put anything putting into my life but coming from love and in to help me. So, you know, these forces, these beings, beautiful beings who, you know, I have seen in the physical. I've seen Nathaniel in the physical. You know, they've never said a bad word to me. So that's how I know I'm working with the proper beings of light, because obviously there is dark and light and everything, you know, but I am working with the real deal, the real deals of the angels. I'm also even now getting very used to their energies, and I know by the feel of their energy on what archangel it is. Not all speak, actually. They come in with an energy, a feeling. I had Archangel Ariel here. That was yesterday. And I'm getting used to all their energies as well. It does take time because there's so many, you know. I mean, I work with Archangel Nathaniel, which gets bad press. He gets bad press. He is more masculine than feminine. They don't have bits, ladies and gents. They're not genderized angels. So but he is there again, Nathaniel. He's more masculine, and I've worked with him since I was a kid. He's the one that's helped me nurture these gifts that I have, and he's helped them bring them out in me at the right time. Even though I thought I was going crazy at sometimes, you know, I'm talking about when I'm tiny, having, you know, I'm not understanding why I'm picking up on energy all the time, not understanding why I'm getting these mini movies played out. I'm not understanding why I'm seeing ghosts and, you know, but he helped me get through it. And that was Archangel Nathaniel. And he gets bad press, you know, because he is, who was the, that nasty thing with horns. That's his dad, so you know, he's had fallen angels, so he's had bad press, but he's an amazing archangel, and I've worked very, very closely with him. And I do like to talk about him because he is the only angel, no disrespect to the rest, that I asked to see him, and he came through for me. and it was amazing. I'd never experienced anything like it, and no, I wasn't intoxicated or anything. It was amazing. He actually floated down from the ceiling. It was something out of Star Trek, but with feathers. He literally just, there was a opening in the ceiling, I'll kid you not, I know I sound crazy, but I swear I'm not, and he just floated down, and he walked towards me, and he said, my name's Nathaniel. I was like that, jaw on the floor. Unbelievable, unbelievable, it really was. And what had happened, there was a lady that was in the, I was in a bar, I hadn't been in it 5 minutes, so I hadn't been drinking, and she went to fall off her chair, and he picked her up. I've never seen nothing like it. She stumbled, and he knew it was going to happen, and he had like he had his wings out. I've never, honestly, you couldn't believe it. I wonder, I know I saw what I saw, and he enveloped her with his wings. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. She was rather drunk, so I walked her home that night and made sure she got home safely. But honestly, guys, there's so much I can say. I don't think we've got enough time. We haven't got enough time. It's mad. But they're just such a, they're such a joy, and they just help me continually with everything. Absolutely, even what I eat, even what I wear, even just everything. I mean, I might say I've got somewhere to go, and I might say to Archangel Jophiel, what shall I wear? Jophiel's there, and Jophiel will say, why don't you wear this? So 9 times out of 10, I'll wear what Archangel Jophiel tells me to. Seriously, guys, once you work with angels in your life, you can't stop. They're just, it's amazing. But I just felt I had to, okay, because Michael's rocked in. I just had to bring up that, because I have had quite a lot of negative press about working with the dark, and I don't work with any dark. And since these beautiful beings of light have been in my life, they've never said anything dark to me. They've just enlightened my life and added to it, and I just, I can't be anything more than grateful. Honestly, there's nothing dark about them. They're amazing. So I hope that kind of says a bit about how they influenced my life, and how long I've been working with them, although I've had them in my life since a small child, but actually been working with them, I would say, since I was about 18. And I would say that about my spirit guides as well, because I refused to talk to them for many years. I was on a downer because I lost my dad when I was a kid, and it affected me terribly. And I understood there was no death, because my dad came back to me 3 weeks after he passed. So, and I see ghosts spirit all the time, but it just really, really badly affected me at that age. I was very angry, so I got off my path at that point. But it was all a learning curve, and I've been working back doing spiritual work since I was 18. So I've been giving readings, and now I'm teaching what I know, to help others, and there's one thing within that. I think I try and enlighten people, that people seem to think to work with spirit is a hard thing to do, and that people seem to think that it's, I always say it's not rocket science, because spirit are stood next to you guys. Okay, if you're drumming up something or inviting something in, be sure of one thing: it's not going to be of the light. It's not. So if you're doing EGBG and all this ceremony stuff, and you're trying to drum something up, beware, because you won't be working with the light, straight up, because they're here. They're next to you. You don't need to call them up. What you need to do is connect. You need to connect with them, and you need to start working with them. And as a spiritual coach, that's what I do. I actually introduce my clients to their guardian angels. I start them working with them, how they can communicate with them, and then also, if needed, to continue on to show my clients how to work with their spiritual gifts as well, how they can, we've all got it within us, guys. We just don't always realize that. And that's what I do. I help you understand that actually we've all got abilities. Some have, more strength than others, but we all have it in us. all of us, every single one of us. And people, like even men, you know, Dale, you're a first really for me, because you are so open to the spirit realms, and I love it because you're an ambassador for men. You know, I work so much with women. Men are very few and far between, so it's very nice to know someone like yourself that's trying to do what you're doing, because I really, really do think you would be you're a great ambassador for men, you know, to open their minds up to something else. Because I find most men are so shut down, and it is a shame that most of my clients are women. But when I can talk to men in a sensible way, I can get them understanding that they do have gifts too, you know, but they're just not looking that way because they're very much like this, you know, they're shut down. So, you know, that's what I mean. I think it's great. You're a great ambassador for men. And I'm so pleased to see you're doing this, because I feel you're going to help other men that think spiritually to come out of their shells and embrace it and say, oh, he's a bloke, what's he talking about? Do you know what I mean? And that's how guys can work. So I think it's lovely, but it's a shame for me that I don't always get that, you know, that time with guys. But when I do, I do turn them around in the way they think, for sure. In their understanding that we've all got it. It's just not a woman thing, it's a man thing too.
Yeah.
But it's all within us, you know. It's just, and that's what I do. I introduce people to their guardian angels and then help them move forward, and start their path, you know. And my clients are everywhere, you know. It doesn't matter, I don't have to be in the UK, I'm in the States and Australia. I'm working with a lady at the moment. I'm now moving on to another member of her family to help her. And, you know, distance doesn't matter these days. But it's just nice that my light's touching people. And that's what I wanted to do. And it's even greater that I'm doing that through the angels. And, you know, I have to give them credit as well. I have to give those lovely beings of light credit. So is there anything else that I haven't talked, because I've kind of gone? Is there anything else you want me to cover? I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, for me, it was a perfect segue because he was talking about the working with the beings of light, and the title of this podcast episode is called Angelic Light.
Exactly.
So we'll love to go into that to explain to our audience what more about it, because angelic light can mean so many different definitions and things, but wanted to hear from you, what does angelic light mean to you, and also how you bringing out that magic to help others with the angelic light.
I think what angelic light means to me, first of all, guys, is I'm in the light. We're in the light. That, like I say, that is a big thing. And for some reason, Michael stood here and it's like he still wants me to bring that up again. So if there's anyone that's going to listen to out there in a podcast that's listen to this podcast that's doing Ouija boards or something like that, okay, the advice is leave it alone, because you're actually bringing in dark forces. You're actually opening a portal for something that's not of the light. And Michael just wants me to bring that up. So somebody I feel is going to listen to this podcast, it's going to be very irrelevant to them. So if you're doing that, guys, to think you're working with spirit, be warned, that's not of the light. Okay, if you want to help yourselves communicate with spirit, there is tools that are safe tools for you to use. Okay, so Michael is just wanting me to bring that on before I continue with what angelic light means to me. So I'm following the guidance. Okay, so remember that, guys, there are safe tools out there you can use to communicate with spirit around you. You do not have to do the dark stuff, and that is the dark stuff, and not everyone realizes. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to move on to talking about angelic light. Well, yeah, I mean, that is about being in the light, guys. It's being on the right side of it. Working with the forces of the angels, their energies. I mean, it's all about love, guys. you know, there's no ego here, especially within myself. It's all about love. It's all about helping others. And, you know, my door's always open. I'm never shut. You know, I'm always, always answering messages to whoever, at whatever time, if I'm awake, because, you know, the world is a small place these days, and the angels are bringing people to me, like I say, from all over the world to help, to nurture, and that's absolutely fine. But, you know, no, my doors are never shut, because I want to spread that love. I want to spread that light and what it means. And I think people, even in their hour of need, if they can think that there's a beautiful angelic being of light near them, that brings so much comfort to people. And I think a lot of what I do as well as a psychic medium clairvoyant, I'm giving readings to people, and in a lot of those readings, a lot of the people that are connected to that person I'm giving the reading for come through. So there can be mass healings as well, because not everyone understands or gets that we don't die. It's just the body that gives the ghost up. You know, we come here for the in-body experience, to experience, you know, time here on earth, because when we're in the heaven plane, we're very much spirit. So you have the motion of things, but you don't have the feeling of things. You have the feeling of love, but I mean, like taking a drink or picking up a bottle, you know what I mean? Your spirit, you can't physically do that. So when we come here, we're in the in-body experience, we're doing what we're doing, you know, while we're here, hopefully good, good stuff for yourself and others. And then, you know, the body passes and then you go home. But a lot of people really, really struggle with grief. So it's so nice for me to bring, you know, messages from their loved ones on the other side to them, to let them know that they're around them, you know, because we are fed that on this plane, and death and grief, it's all very dark. It's all, you know, doom and gloom, and people get very drawn into that. And, you know, you've got to go to the wake or the funeral in black. Why? You should be celebrating that life. You should be rejoicing that life and loving that life, you know, for the time they had here, however big a life it was or how long a life it was. But it's all about coming from love. It's all about being in the light and celebrating that person's life. And guys, look, I know it's difficult when a soul passes young. Honestly, I've been there. I really, really have been there. I've lost 2 children, so I know what I'm talking about. You know, it's shitty, it's hard going, it's not easy. And I know you might think, how can you say that? You know, you sat there on about, you know, being in the light and all happy about death. No, sweethearts, it's not about being happy about death. It's being knowledgeable about death, to know that that soul, bless its heart, even if it was, you know, aborted in the womb, or not aborted, but, you know, it just wasn't coming in for that to stay long while it was in the womb. You know, it came for that experience. And, you know, when it decides, it will be back, like I will be, like you will be. You know, we don't normally, I don't think I've ever met one person that's had one life. You know, we've usually been, all of us been here before, even if it was the once, the twice, the 3 times. But, you know, I think for me, it's all about spreading the love. Yeah, with Angelic Light and my Facebook group, it's all about positive posts. It's all about, I think, you know, giving people knowledge about all sorts of things on this plane, because, you know, knowledge is growth. You know, you're growing when you're learning. And I know some people might say it's, oh, it's easy for you, you've got these gifts and you know what, you know, I don't know everything, guys. I honestly don't know everything. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. I'm still learning, and that, because that's what life's about, you know. But all I'm trying to do is pass the light and the love I have and the knowledge I have on, like, onto others, because that's what it's all about. That's what I came here for. I signed up for this, you know. I signed up to come back down here and help people and spread the word, spread the fact that, you know, we aren't here on our own. We weren't just dropped off on this planet by the God source, the soul creator, whatever you would like to call him. I'm not going to get, or she, I'm not going to get over godly, you know, because some people are like, oh. But you know, the angels he sent, or the God source sent the angels to help us. And you know, we just need to be educated to invoke the angels, the guardian angels. And the thing is, Archangel Michael hates unemployed angels. So you know, I've recently written a an ebook which is going to be released. It's actually all about unemployed angels because Michael hates them. So you know, guys, if you're being responsible for an unemployed guardian angel, then naughty on you, because Michael doesn't like it. Because Michael is the big boss of all angels. Apart from he feels like he's the boss of me, he's the big boss of all the angels. And the thing is, guys, the more angels are working, the more less idle angels there are, and the less unemployed are angels, archangels. He's going to send more. So that in itself, guys, is going to lift the vibration here on earth to such an extent we are going to be unstoppable. It's all going to be also be helping us as a collective to radiate, you know, so bright, and that angelic light out into the universe. And this makes us unstoppable, because if there is outer forces, which there is, and I'm not going to go into that because I could probably do another 2 podcasts on that, you know, it helps rebuffing it all, rebuffing all that negative energy that might be plowing or wanting to come to earth. It rebuffs it, it stops it, because it makes us here on the earth plane, you know, not only 5th dimensional, because I can't stand it when people say 3rd dimensional, because we're not, we're more 5th dimensional now. But it also, like I say, lifts the vibration. And guys, if we're living collectively in a higher vibration, then all of us are going to be coming from a better place physically, but we're also coming from love as well, because the 5th dimension is a higher vibration. Totally, it is more of a love vibration, and that's collectively what the angels want, because it's to eradicate any darkness that's here and prevent any darkness, because love conquers all, light conquers all. I mean, Michael says to me, if there's one bright person radiating out into the universe, that then shoots darkness down by 10 to 1. So that is true fact. So Michael tells me. So as a collective, coming from and receiving love and throwing that out into the universe with the angels, we're an unstoppable force here. You know, we do have a lot to put up with on earth. I'm not getting political, because I don't need to, but we, us humans, we, you know, we do have it tough sometimes. So you know, this is why they're here to help, and to not only that, help us collectively and steer us in, you know, in the right way and on our right path as a collective, as well as singularly, you know, because there's so many beings here on earth, star seeds, and you know, the Pleiades. Oh, there's so many light beings here on earth, all working for the highest good. And you know, we have to recognize that as well. You know, there are some amazing beings here, and Melchizedek beings. There's 5 on this planet right now that are in male form, that in human form. You know, angels, by the way. Melchizedeks are angels, but they are in form of man. There's 5 of them at the moment. Michael wants me to mention that, because he wants me to also mention that Jesus was one as well. Okay, sir, I've done that. So angels do actually come in form of man as well. I know Sandalphon did, and I know Metatron did. They're 2 brothers. They were once men, and now they're immortal angels, archangels. But Michael just wants me to mention that as well. So it feels like, okay, in most lifetimes, that the angelic light does come to earth, but as Melchizedek beings, but in form of man, which is very interesting. I've never talked about that before, Michael. Thank you for being so bossy and making me talk about it. But it's interesting, it's interesting to know that they're relentlessly coming from love, and the God source, or the procreator, whatever you want to name, without getting too political either, wants to look after us beautiful beings down here and supporting us on our path while we're here. Because come on, guys, we signed up for this. You know what I'm saying? We agreed to come here. However it was, as a plain old light worker like myself, or a Melchizedek being, who is come in the form of man or woman, we signed up for this. So I'm not sure I'll be coming back for a while. But it's like I say, guys, it's all about love. It really, really is. If you're coming from love, nothing can touch you. Nothing can touch your vibration. Seriously, nothing at all. And that's where I come from, and that's what my angelic light's all about. Is coming from love, that highest energy of all. And I've had times in my life when I haven't been coming from love. I've got healing, and I put a post on Angelic. Was it? No, it was my other page. I put it on today, Unite in the Light, and I actually put, it's all about love today. I love love, because I do love love. I've got a tattoo that says love. I love it that much. I had it tattooed on me. It's the best energy, and I just want that for everyone. We got bogged down with so much other rubbish on this plane, and which affects us. And I just, want people to, just get rid of the baggage that they carry from this plane. It does get serious down here, and I just like the fact that I want people to offload that and see it, break it down and see it for what it is. And not to get to, I know it's easier said than done, guys. I've been here, I've been on the hamster wheel of life, working from flipping 8 in the morning till 8 at night. I know it's not easy, and I know that's why a lot of us are shut down, because we don't have the time to open our minds up to something else, and to a possibility of there's something else out there, because there's so many of us that are in that rat race. I understand that, honestly, I do. And I was saying today, I've had a lot of prejudice in my life. Does it get me down? Couldn't give a stuff, because it's never going to stop me being who I am. I'm a gypsy, Romany born. I come from a long line of readers. I get prejudiced for that. I get prejudiced for the fact that I do what I do. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a scammer. I'm this. I'm that. Do I care? No, because I don't. These things don't bother me. They're not going to put me off track. They're not going to stop me doing what I want to do. That's their opinion. I don't particularly think they're entitled to it, but whatever. I don't care. I'm really not interested. And I keep going back to the fact that, I signed up for this. I signed up for it. I can't moan about it. I signed up for it, so my drive to help others is what keeps me going. That's what I want to do, is to help others, educate others, and try and make their lives easier for them. And like I said, if you're calling upon the angelic realms, guys, you don't have to worry about anything, honestly. You know what the signs are, you know what you're looking out for. You'll get the guidance into going the direction that they want you to go with everything in your life. Unbelievable. I mean, the amount of unbelievable things that have happened. I'll tell you just one thing, you'll laugh. I went to a supermarket one day. This was 2 years ago. I didn't have a lot of money in my purse. Straight up, I didn't have a lot of money. And I thought, and all I could hear was Spirit say, just put it in your basket. So I put it in my basket, went to the till. The guy put it through the till for me. I didn't put it through the till. He put it through the till for me. And he went, oh, and I went, what's wrong? And he went, oh, it must be that price then. So I came out with a massive bag of shopping for very little money. And I like, yes, I know. The angels worked it. And they do it all the time. They honestly, they do it all the time. I'm just very lucky. Very lucky lady. I got all this shopping, guys, and it didn't cost me much money. I feel like I've done nothing but talk.
Want to do this?
Yeah, I'll see them.
So, is there anything else you'd like to know about?
No, that was profound and informational. A lot of information to digest.
I was channeling though. You could tell that though.
Yeah.
That's what Michael wanted to say. It wasn't me. That was Archangel Michael.
It definitely felt that.
I channel him all the time, so I just like, right, come on, bring it on. So I just.
It definitely.
So yeah, that was him.
Yeah, it vibrationally definitely felt that way, and
Yeah.
I know before you mentioned before we even had this podcast episode that you would potentially be open to do a little bit of mini readings for people as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
yeah.
I think there's only one person who mentioned it so far. Potentially get a reading, but I don't know if she's still two people. Who's the second person?
Myself.
Oh, yourself? Okay, two people. Two people. And the first one who mentioned that was interested is Karen. So I just wanted to make sure that Karen is still available for a mini reading. Karen, if you're still here, just say hello, raise your hand.
Is she there? Ooh, God, they're jumpy. Jumpy.
Karen going once. Karen going twice. It seems like she's not there right now. So, Kai, you could be first.
It's a shame because it was weird. I pulled the card for her, and it's very much how I was feeling about her energy, and it was the fact that I think she could love herself a bit more. I feel like she's being mistreated by people, and the card I got for her was Cupid actually, but that for me it's about self-love as well. And that I feel like, you know, the angels are saying they know what's going on and they're sending her love as well, and to not give up. I feel like she's a bit desperate at the moment. She needs to not give up, continue going forward. Poor Karen.
Yeah.
There's more going on there, but I couldn't say it on air.
Okay. And I'll send her a private message to let her know that you did pull a card for her, just so she can be able to catch that part in the episode.
Yeah, bless her. There's other stuff going on there. I feel she's lacking confidence as well. I feel like someone's like taking her confidence. That's how it feels. Poor thing. Yeah, a bit low vibrational energy around her, so she needs to reevaluate what she wants to do with that. That's how it feels. Bless her little heart. Right then, shall I pull one for you, honey?
Yes, please.
I'm terrible with name. I'm terrible with pronunciation of your name. How do I pronounce?
Kai.
How do I pronounce? Kai.
Yeah.
I'm just useless. But if I see a name I don't know, I'm just really, really not good. I'm not good with English anyway, really. But then when you're not from here, you know, not from this solar system, your first language isn't English. So it's been hard to learn it, to be honest. And that's what makes you laugh, because so many people say, oh, you're dyspraxic, you're dyslexic. No, I don't come from here. You know what I mean? I don't come from this star system, the solar system. So this isn't my first language. So it's not easy to learn. I love this though. Can you see it? I got entrepreneur. You see the card?
Yeah.
It's actually the entrepreneur card. And I love this because although this is Doreen Virtue Daily Guidance, sorry guys, I do like the energy on them. That is my energy, that's why I keep using them. But it's weird because I think for me, because you're partners with Dale, it's like it feels like you're just going in the same direction. That's how it feels. But I feel like you're quite unified in going forward with things. But I feel there's quite a lot of different. I feel like going forward, you're going to have a lot of if this makes sense, like you're going to have different hands in different pies. You know, you're going to be doing different things to get where you want to be. Like financially, I feel you're going to be doing a few things to bring money in, different things. And I feel that you've just got to keep going on this path you're on because it is going to come. I just feel that it's like, I feel like it's the same for Dale. Sometimes it's just not coming quick enough for you. But to know and to be reassured that it's going to play out, you've just got to trust in that divine guidance that I kind of feel though that they're telling me there's stuff going on behind the scenes that you can't see, so that's why you're not moving forward with certain things. And it is business ventures. There's something that I feel like you've got ideas, but they haven't gone into play yet. But I feel you've got to wait for something else to pan out before you go forward with it. But I just feel like you're going to have more than one thing on the go to bring in money. That's what they share with me, and that's why I'm saying you're going to have more than one hand in one pie. You're going to be doing a few things to generate money to you and to get your business going. Just know that will happen, but it's just feels like they're saying it's not the right time yet for that. The main thing that you're going to be doing is it's just not quite the right time, and I've got a feeling it's because of what's been going on with COVID. I kind of feel it's because things aren't back to normal properly for everyone, that you know what I mean. That's why it's taken its time to move forward with what you think you want to do. So just know that it will, but in that, have the patience to know that it is going to happen. But it's just, I think, more of the situation we've been through, if that makes sense, because I really feel like you are going to move forward. I mean, Dale, are you thinking of doing events? Is that what it is? Together?
Oh.
Are you thinking of doing events or something? Because that's how it kind of feels. But it feels like you can't do it because of COVID. So, once we get over this into next year, things will move forward. So just know that Spirit is saying it's not the right time right now, and just know it will happen. But then on the other hand, I kind of feel they're saying, well, use this time to plan. Use this time to look at what you need, plan things out, look at how much things are going to cost, where you could do it. There's planning there you could be doing to move forward, I kind of feel, and know that once. Okay, and they're saying, and once you've got the road's clear ahead to do that, you've already done the planning, because it's kind of like, I feel they're saying you should be showing the universe a bit more of your intention, and I feel that'll help. But at the moment, you've got so much that's funny, so much coming out, going on with things that are out of your hands. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a bit of a waiting game, and that's the only thing that's kind of blocking you. But that's what they want to say. Just to help yourself, do a bit of planning, and then you're ready to move forward with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's lovely because I got the daydream card. Where am I? The daydream card. That again, when you get the daydream card, is all part of manifestation. It's like dream, dream yourself, daydream what you want, having it and seeing yourself doing it. And this is what I kind of feel where you know, it's funny how I pulled this card, because I kind of feel it's on the back of, you know, see yourself doing the events, and you know, it's all going to help manifest it to you. But at the moment, it's all about timing, guys, and just know that it will happen, but it's not the right time for obvious reasons. So, and I just feel you're going to have, yeah, your fingers are going to be in a lot of different pies generating money. That's how it feels for me. It's not going to be just one thing for you both. You know, there's going to be a few things, and I think that's when where the entrepreneur card comes in. You know, the fact that you're going to be doing different things, bringing money in to the household. But I feel it's and I feel it's very much together. I feel, you know, I feel like you're very much together doing this. It is for you to do it together. That's how it feels. And I don't know if the energy doesn't feel right for you not to do it together. Does that make sense to you? It feels you should be doing this together. And that's the energy they're giving me. The other card, Dale, that I love, and I think this is for you as well, more for you actually, is ask. You don't ask enough. You don't ask the angels enough for help, which is kind of funny. So, you know, you've really got to, you know, start asking for help with things and really connect, because, you know, the last time I gave you a reading, I had them all coming in for you pretty much. I mean, I had Metatron, I had, you know, Michael really wanting to work with you. So this is a reminder for you both to just ask, you know, if there's something you're feeling blocked with, or you feel there's a bridge in the way, you know, something that you can't, a hurdle you can't get over, ask. That's all you have to do. Just say, angels, please, can you help us with this? You know, or if it's something you want specifically, I don't know, it might be chairs and tables to hire, or somebody to do your website, or you know what I mean. You can specifically ask for things, because they will bring people into your life to help you at certain times, you know. So I just think you've got to start asking a lot more as well, you know. Remember that they're all around you, and to ask them, even for the most simplest things, guys, you know. Seriously, I mean, it's just the magic that they bring, you know. It is amazing. So I feel I want to pull one more for you, if that's okay. Is that okay? Because I just got pull another, so I don't know what they want to say, but we'll find out. And that's interesting, actually. The last one I'm going to pull is reward yourselves. Reward yourself. So maybe you know, coming in for you, my darling, maybe you could give yourself a bit of time to yourself. You know, I feel you're a busy woman. You are a mum, aren't you? Are you a mummy?
Yes.
Yeah, I just
ways.
feel like you're so full on. Yeah, exactly. I feel like you're so full on. And I feel like, yeah, they're kind of saying, you know, you could take a bit of time out for you, you know, because I feel you're there for everybody. You know, I feel like you split yourself in so many ways in different sections of you. I feel like they're saying, you know, you need to, yeah, take time out for you, because if you're not giving yourself self love, you know, and doing something good for you, you can't be expected to be at your best for everyone else. And you know, you're constantly trying to be your best for everyone else. So you know, just takes time out for you too, honey, and you know, make sure that yeah, that you're getting rested and a bit of me time. That's what I feel they want to say. Is there anyone else, Dale? Did anyone else? Bless them.
No, nobody else that asked, and it's perfect.
Well,
One more.
it's perfect timing.
Oh, as soon as I said that, there's one more person. Perfect. And this person, Sammy just put some hands up. So
Hey, Sammy.
hey, Sammy.
Sammy. God, you feel laid back, Sammy. You feel such a laid back dude. You got a lovely energy about you. I just think you lack drive right now. I just feel you're lacking a bit of drive. Like, I feel like you're really laid back. But I don't know if that's laid back because you're lacking direction or you're not fussed in what direction you go. That's how it kind of feels for me. I love your energy though, dude. I want to call him dude because he's just like, do you know what I mean? He's just got that real cool vibe about him.
Yeah.
And can I just say a lovely vibe about him? He's got a big heart, this guy. Huge. Oh, and Sammy, what I love about it is you wear your heart on your sleeve. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And what I love about it, you're quite, I think when you first meet you can be quite loud sometimes, but I think you're just a little darling. I think you're a little darling. I really do. And I don't even want to read. I'm just going to give you a reading off the cuff because your energy is that good that I can read you very well. I think, oh, bless you. You are a little babe, aren't you? I don't think you take life too seriously, though. I've got to be honest. I think you're like I say, you're a real laid back soul, and I kind of get that vibe that you're like, oh, what happens with things. I don't think I don't think you're stressy at all. You know what I mean? You're just not that type of person. Like I say, you're just really cool. You're fun to be around. I think you can be guarded sometimes, but I think that's a good thing. I think until you get to really know someone, then you open up. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think I think you can procrastinate quite a lot. That's your thing. You know, I think you could do more stuff, but I think you're just happy bobbing along in the sea of life. That's how it feels. And I kind of feel if you wanted a different life, you'd go get a different life. That's how it feels, Sammy. I don't think, you know, you seem quite happy. You do seem quite happy. I really think if you wanted more, you would go and grab it. So I don't think you're holding yourself back in life. I just think you're quite content. You're bobbing along. Like men. Well, a lot of guys do. They don't, you know, they're quite just happy, chilling out, doing what they're doing, hanging with the boys, you know. But you got good energy, big heart. I think it's been hurt a bit. I don't think you've always been that lucky with women, though. Bless his little heart. But I'm loving him anyway. I'm loving him. He's got good energy. Yeah, but baby, I know you want to flipping manifest more. Well, open your mind more, because that's what's holding you back. You're so laid back, you're asleep. Come on. Wakey. Come on, baby. It's just you procrastinating. That's what it is. That's what it is. You're just procrastinating. And you're just not, I don't know, you just seem comfortable. And because you're like that, it's not pushing you to get more. Does that make sense? You might want more, but it's not pushing you to get more. And sweetheart, you need to take action. Okay, you need to show the universe action to show it that you want more in your life, because you have to understand, Sammy, what you think comes back to you. So your mind can be very limiting. And if you're not showing the universe that you're wanting more in your life, just by even thinking it, you're not necessarily, you know, that's where you're kind of going wrong. So you got to think it, then you got to see it, you got to feel it, and then you got to believe it. Okay. And all these things will help manifest, but you're just like content in a lot of ways, and that's why you're not manifesting. So I hope that helps. But I love your energy, dude. Nice man. Nice man. Well, I hope that helps him, and he hasn't thought I was being rude.
He's a grounded soul to be able to
Oh,
take
he
in
is.
information.
He is, but he's asleep. You know what I mean? He's like so laid back. God love him. But I loved him. I just would like more for him, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Thank you,
Sandy want
Sammy, so
one?
much for stopping by.
Yeah. You stopped by to say hi and stepped right into a reading.
Right.
Have we got time? Have we got time for a reading?
Yeah, I wanted to do one more because for the time of our podcast. So this person has been waiting. Sandy Michelle Levy, who's been waiting to get a reading. So definitely want to allow her to receive this reading for you, and then we'll segue for you to let people know where they can find you at to get more information, and also if they want to get one-on-one readings with you as well.
Yeah, because obviously my one-on-one readings are normally up to an hour, and they're obviously, as you know, they're in depth, and you know, there's a lot to be said usually in my readings. And I love it. Like I did one today, and I did a lady today who just got no idea what I do, and I did her a reading. It was so nice. I kind of changed her mind, you know, on what I do. So, you know, it's nice because a lot of people don't understand, and they don't believe. Right, Mrs. Is she scared I'm going to say something? Because her energy's blocked. I'm feeling blocked. Relax, sweetie. Relax. I feel like she's nervous. What's the lady's name? Michelle. Sandy Michelle. I want to call her Michelle. Sandy, relax. Just chill out, baby girl. Because I feel like you're a bit tense. And when you see when that happens, guys, that stops me getting your energy. See, there's a lot of indecision with you, I feel, Sandy. Hold on. I'm going down. I feel like there's a lot of, I don't know if you're lost with like direction. Oh, sorry, the angels are like all over me. But I just feel you like lack direction. You're not sure in which way to go. But then I don't feel you know what you want either, which is, sorry, my hair looks a flipping mess. Which means that's kind of blocking you as well, because you don't know which way to go. And then that's confusing you totally. And I got the what do you desire card. So it's funny how I pulled that, and I've got your energy in thinking that, because I just feel you need to think about what you want in your life, honey, because like I said before, what you think comes your reality. So I kind of think you want to do some work on actually what you would like in your life, what you would like to bring into it, which direction you would like to go. And that's going to help you, because I just feel you're blindsided at the moment of not knowing what you want to do and where you want to go. You just know you want different things, but you're not sure what, and you're not sure how, and you're not sure when. And I think that's what it is. You've got to think about exactly what you want, tell the universe what it is to help it then come to you, because that's all law of attraction, and part of manifestation. And it's weird because I've got the law of attraction card here as well. So they're kind of just saying, really think about what you want, really think about what you desire, so it can come to you. Okay. Because like I say, I think this is just blocking you from new exciting stuff coming in your life. And the other thing the other card I got was have confidence. And I think this might be on the back of, I think you might be a bit scared of change. I kind of feel you want change, but not, I suppose not all of us like change. So I get the impression that you want change, but it's having the confidence to step forward as well into wanting that change, because I suppose to change in our lives, it can be a bit daunting. So I feel that on the back of that, they're saying have the confidence to allow that change to happen and to come in. So it's going to help you move forward, because you're quite blocked. So just be careful, hun, what you're thinking. I just feel that's a quite a big thing for you. To help kind of rein your mind in on what you're thinking, and yeah, understand that what we think becomes our reality. And if you want the good stuff, then you've got to start thinking the good stuff, because if you keep thinking lower vibrational stuff, it comes and bites you on the bum. So I just want you to be aware of that, I just want you to understand that, because not everyone does. So I just think, yeah, make a conscious effort of knowing what you want and stick with that, as in positive thoughts and what you desire. That seems to be a big thing. And then the law of attraction, which was the second card I got for you, can help bring it to you, and have the confidence to do it and accept change, because that's how we all grow on this plane. If we stay still and stagnant, we're not actually evolving, really. We're not having any new experiences or new lessons brought to us. Yeah, you see, bless you, darling. But there's no rush on that though, Sandy. You just give yourself a break. I just feel that you're being quite hard on yourself. I think you need to just take time and just really think about direction you want to go. I think you have been having feelings and thoughts about things, but you keep pushing them away. And I think there again, this is where this confidence card comes in. Have confidence to, maybe train in something else or try something else, because you don't know unless you try. Yeah, you see, and that can happen because you can fall into that. And that's where I'm back on my confidence card. It is about, coming from, having the confidence to do it. But you've got to remember, Sandy, you might be in a relationship, married, but you have to do self-love. You have to love yourself first to be the best version of you. And if you're trying to please everyone else all the time, then you're not making yourself happy. So you're not going to be the best version of you, but you can't. How can you be happy truly? You can't be, because you're not helping yourself first. So remember that, sweetheart, and just don't be too hard on yourself. And there's no rush to do this, but you've really got to think what you want first. That's because it's you. It's he should love you whatever you are, whatever you do, but just take time out. Don't give yourself too much pressure. If you do want a private reading, I'm here for you. I'm good at helping people, give them direction as a spiritual coach, but I just love yourself first, honey, to be the best version of yourself. Then you can love others to your to the max, but it's got to come from in here first. So self-love, Sandy, and love you, baby. All right, love you. I think you're such a lovely soul. You got such lovely energy, and that's why I'm saying that, because it's what it really should be what you think that matters. So although I understand it's difficult in a relationship sometimes because your partner's energy can overtake you, I've been there, I know. So you know, I do know it can be dodgy water. So just, you know, love yourself a bit more and have the confidence, sweetheart. Okay. God love her.
Thank you so much, Suzi.
I've enjoyed every minute. Thank you for having me.
Same here.
Yeah, right.
I've loved it. I feel like I took over your show though.
Listen, it was a co-creation.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm so grateful to have been here, and you know, it's just lovely to spread the love. And for me, Dale, honestly, and your beautiful partner, it's just nice to see you stepping into your light, bud. You know what I'm saying? So grateful to see that for you and for you both. You know, I'm so chuffed. I'm so chuffed, and that you've had, you know, you're walking your path now. It's wonderful. I'm just so pleased for you both, and lovely to be a part of it. It's truly lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Likewise. Thank you so much. And then for our audience who want to find you, what's the best way to be able to reach out to you?
Guys, you can get me on Suzi Parrett on Facebook, which is SUZIPARRETT, or you can get me on my Angelic Light page, angeliclight.sp. You can get me on Insta on Suzi Parrett again, angeliclight.sp. Or I've just had a new website done, although it's not up to scratch. But you will get my information there, which is at www.myangeliclight.co.uk. And my telephone number's there. I'm on WhatsApp. I'm on Messenger under Suzi Parrett. Or you can email me at suziparrett@hotmail.co.uk. So you can get me in many places, or even LinkedIn. I'm in I never know how to pronounce it. LinkedIn. Yep. See, I'm useless at pronouncing stuff. I'm on there as Suzi Parrett as well. But you can pretty much, I'm all over the place, really. Just put in my name and you should get me. The Angelic Light is my page that you can reach me on as well. But yeah, I've just had that website done. It's not totally up to scratch, but it'll do. But it's about to be changed and to get it to how I want it. But yeah. So thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you also for everyone who joined us.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Suzi, you've made such a beautiful impact on everyone here, including myself. So grateful.
Love you guys. Lovely. I love you guys. Good energy, you know, you can't beat that. You can't bottle it. That's the thing. If you could bottle it, we could sell it, but you can't.
Yeah, that's a different topic. Or what happens when you try to bottle the magic and sell it?
Yeah.
That's old.
I love it. Love it. Oh, well, you take care. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Same to you. Love you, Suzi.
And
love you guys.
Stay magical, my friends.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.